This is the story of a man who became a symbol of greed, risk, and unstoppable charisma. A man who rose from nothing, built an empire, and lost it just as fast. This is the story of Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. Jordan Belfort was born in the Bronx to a modest family of accountants. As a teenager, he discovered the talent that would define his entire life. He could sell anything. On the beach, selling ice cream, he made more money than grown vendors. He learned one thing early: if you can persuade people, the world opens up to you. In 1987, Jordan landed his dream job, a trainee at LF Rothschild. It was the world of high-pressure phone calls, competition, and hungry financial predators. He learned fast and impressed everyone around him. But then came October 19, 1987, Black Monday. The market crashed, chaos erupted, and the company had to cut staff. Jordan was fired. His dream was shattered almost instantly. Desperate for a job, Belfort joined a small, rundown brokerage selling penny stocks, cheap, often worthless shares of unknown companies. But Jordan brought Wall Street level selling to this dusty backroom office. His income skyrocketed. He realized something powerful. You can make a fortune selling dreams, even cheap ones. This was the moment the Wolf of Wall Street was born. In 1989, Jordan founded Stratton Oakmont, a company that would soon become legendary. He hired young, hungry people with no experience and trained them himself. The office looked less like a brokerage and more like a gladiator arena. Screaming, applause, booming music, champagne after every big sale. Stratton Oakmont was a factory of raw adrenaline. The company grew insanely fast, and with it grew a culture of chaos. Drugs, wild parties, yachts, excess, and money that seemed to appear out of thin air. Stratton Oakmont's success was built on a pump and dump scheme. The company secretly bought cheap stocks. Then hundreds of brokers hyped them to clients. The price soared, and Stratton sold everything at the peak, dumping the collapsing shares on their customers. Millions poured in. Belfort became richer, wilder, and more reckless. Drugs, accidents, hallucinations, the famous yacht, the chaos. He was living life with no breaks. But nothing this big goes unnoticed. The FBI began investigating Stratton Oakmont. Agents monitored calls, studied financial reports, and followed Jordan everywhere. The bigger his empire grew, the closer the government moved in. Pressure mounted. Jordan sank deeper into addiction and paranoia. Eventually, Stratton Oakmont was shut down. Facing overwhelming evidence, Belfort agreed to cooperate in exchange for a reduced sentence. His empire collapsed. His partners turned against him. And for the first time in his life, Jordan Belfort had to face the consequences. He was sentenced to 4 years. He served nearly 2. It was the darkest but also the most honest chapter of his life. When he walked out of prison, he had nothing except his voice. He wrote The Wolf of Wall Street, which became a global bestseller. Then came the sequel, Catching the Wolf of Wall Street. And finally, Martin Scorsese's film starring Leonardo DiCaprio, which turned Belfort into a cultural phenomenon. Today, Jordan is a motivational speaker, sales coach, and author. He travels the world sharing his story, teaching sales techniques, and working to repay his debts to victims. The story of Jordan Belfort is a story of a man who opened the door to wealth and was consumed by his own hunger for more. But it's also a story of redemption and the power of starting over after you lose everything. Anyone can sell something, but never sell your soul.